Welcome to StarWatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
In a world where global fashion narratives are constantly shifting, recognition from international media has become more than just a headline. It has become a symbol of cultural relevance and long-term influence. Today's story begins with a moment that quietly echoed across fashion circles in Asia and beyond, as the Standard Pop placed a spotlight on a figure who continues to redefine what it means to move between entertainment, style, and cultural identity. At the center of this conversation stands Wang Yibo, a name increasingly associated with presence, discipline, and a quietly commanding sense of modern elegance. What makes this moment particularly striking is not just his inclusion, but the distinction that he is the only Chinese figure acknowledged in this context, a detail that has sparked reflection among fans, critics, and industry observers alike. In an era where visibility is often fleeting, his consistent appearance in international fashion discourse raises a deeper question. What does lasting influence truly look like in today's interconnected world of luxury and media? As attention turns toward the recognition highlighted by the Standard Pop, it becomes clear that this is not a story built on sudden visibility, but on a gradual and carefully formed presence across global fashion platforms. Wang Yibo's journey has unfolded in a way that feels less like a rapid rise and more like a steady expansion, shaped by repeated collaborations, refined aesthetics, and a growing alignment with some of the most established names in luxury fashion. Among these, Chanel stands as a defining chapter, not simply as a brand association, but as a long-term creative dialogue that has allowed his image to evolve beyond regional boundaries. Within this space, he has been presented not only as a celebrity figure, but as a modern cultural connector, someone whose presence helps bridge different visual languages between East and West, in a way that feels natural rather than forced. The recognition from Thai media adds another layer to this narrative, reflecting how influence today is measured not only by traditional industry benchmarks, but by resonance across diverse audiences. In Thailand, where fashion media and digital culture intersect strongly, his appearances have generated consistent engagement, from magazine features to social media discussions surrounding major brand events. What stands out is not just popularity, but the tone of reception, which often emphasizes professionalism, aesthetic consistency, and a sense of understated confidence. Rather than being positioned as distant or inaccessible, his image is often interpreted as relatable within a luxury context, a balance that is increasingly rare in global celebrity culture. This evolving perception has contributed to a broader conversation about how modern luxury brands communicate identity through individuals. In Wang Yibo's case, the focus is not limited to visibility alone, but extends into the way he embodies a certain contemporary sensibility. Whether appearing in editorial features, campaign visuals, or front-row moments during fashion presentations, his presence tends to align with a calm and composed visual narrative. It is this consistency that allows brands to extend their storytelling beyond products, creating a more immersive emotional environment for audiences who engage with these images across different platforms. Within this framework, the Standard Pop's recognition can be understood as part of a larger pattern rather than an isolated highlight. It reflects an ongoing acknowledgement of how certain individuals begin to transcend regional categorizations and become part of a more globalized fashion language. For Wang Yibo, this means being seen not only through the lens of entertainment success, but also through the evolving standards of international style discourse. Each appearance, whether in editorial coverage or brand collaboration, contributes to a slowly building narrative that prioritizes continuity over intensity and refinement over spectacle. As discussions around influence continue to evolve, there is also a growing appreciation for how subtlety plays a role in shaping long-term relevance. In contrast to more conventional forms of celebrity exposure, his public presence often carries a restrained quality, allowing the focus to remain on composition, styling, and atmosphere rather than overt performance. This approach aligns closely with the visual philosophy of luxury fashion houses, where meaning is often communicated through detail rather than declaration. In this sense, his image becomes part of a larger artistic system, where fashion, photography, and cultural identity intersect in a carefully balanced form. The impact of this positioning extends beyond media coverage and enters the realm of perception among global audiences. For many viewers, his repeated association with high fashion environments creates a sense of familiarity with luxury aesthetics that might otherwise feel distant. Over time, this familiarity transforms into recognition, and recognition into influence. It is a gradual process, one that does not rely on singular moments, but on the accumulation of consistent visual and cultural presence across multiple platforms and markets. What makes this particular recognition from the standard pop noteworthy is how it captures this gradual evolution in a single frame. It reflects not only an individual achievement, but also a broader shift in how Asian figures are increasingly represented within global fashion narratives. Rather than being positioned on the margins, they are becoming part of the central conversation, contributing to the shaping of contemporary style identity on an international scale. Wang Yibo's presence in this context highlights how influence today is no longer confined by geography, but defined by resonance, consistency, and cultural adaptability. As the fashion world continues to expand its global dialogue, moments like these serve as markers of transition, indicating how narratives are being reshaped through collaboration and visibility. The recognition by the standard pop is not an endpoint, but rather a reflection of an ongoing journey, one that continues to evolve with each appearance, each campaign, and each new creative partnership. It is within this continuous movement that Wang Yibo's position in the industry becomes increasingly defined, not through singular definitions, but through an evolving tapestry of influence that connects audiences, brands, and cultures in a shared visual language. As we reflect on today's story, it becomes clear that global recognition in fashion is no longer just about being seen, but about being remembered within a larger cultural conversation. And in this space, Wang Yibo's presence continues to stand as a quiet, yet persistent reminder of how influence can grow steadily, authentically, and across borders that once seemed firmly defined. If you enjoyed this story and follow the evolving world of international fashion, celebrity influence, and cultural moments that shape today's entertainment landscape, make sure to subscribe to StarWatch Now. Your support helps us continue bringing you carefully crafted stories that explore the intersections of style, culture, and global recognition. Thank you for watching and spending your time with us today. Stay connected for more insights, more stories, and more moments that matter.